Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of The Gardening Grange. Now today we're not in the garden, but we are in a garden. This is one of the places where a lot of the produce from the garden at Yew House comes to get used in a kitchen. We're actually at a hotel, but I'll let Georgie tell you about that in just a minute. Today's episode is a bit of a boozy one, so if you're under 18 or under 21, if you're in a country that is the age, then don't be trying this at home. But if you're over those ages, go wild. But why are we here? Right, that is to pick some damsons. And the name of this hotel is actually called Damson. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Damson Hotel is in the Lythe Valley, which is also in the Lake District. It's about 20-25 minutes away from Yew House. And this particular area is actually one of the best places to pick damsons. You'll see as you're driving up the road towards the hotel or in surrounding areas, you'll see multiple signs saying damsons for sale, or you'll see people out picking damsons. They even have a damson fair at some point throughout the year, I'm pretty sure. So maybe one year you'll catch us there.
And who are you sat next to?
So this is Beatrix Potter, and I believe this is John Ruskin, two local heroes. And these were also carved by Alan Ward, who, if you watched our tour video, we did mention him a few times, so he's a favourite around here as well.
So yeah, we've got a couple of big buckets here that Jip the gardener said between 1 and 3 car washing size buckets full of damsons. We've had a look at these trees and we think there's going to be quite a lot more than that. So are we going to fill these? I'm not sure. I also didn't tell you that we're going to be making some gin out of the damsons and maybe some jam out of the damsons as well. Let's get picking.
Let's go.
So this is our first tree. There's actually 4 or 5 that we're going to go to, but this is the most photogenic one. As you can see, it looks like it's got loads of little tiny individual grapes on it. So if you come closer, I'll show you what a damson actually looks like. They're quite vividly blue. I don't know if that will pop up on the camera, but this is a damson. It's like a big juicy grape pretty much, but inside it's more of like a plum. I don't know if you can see that. So we're going to pick as many as we can. We'll do a little time lapse and show you the result. Split ones don't use a thing. So it's been a couple of hours and I think we've made some pretty good progress and we've ravaged this tree. We've had to do this in a bit of a rush because the next few days are going to be terrible weather. So we're trying to get all of our picking and all that sort of stuff done before the bad weather comes, which left us with a bit of a question, which we just had to ask ChatGPT, which is how long do damsons last before they go off? So they'll last up to a week in the fridge or just 1 or 2 days out the fridge. So we need to make sure that we didn't collect too many that we weren't able to refrigerate for over the next few days for them to get used. So what we've managed to do is, if you come forward, viewers, you'll be able to see Georgie's bucket and my bucket of damsons. I think we've got absolutely loads. So I'm going to decant one into the other, which is probably going to be really nice and satisfying. There we go. Bit of ASMR there for you as well. And these are all of our purple damsons in our purple bucket. There's a bad one. So, as I mentioned, what we're going to be doing these is hopefully making some jam and hopefully making some gin as well. Stay tuned. Are we going to be successful? Absolutely we are. Anyway, we'll catch up with you when we get on to the next bit.
So the time has finally come. It's been about a month or so since we picked the damsons.
Yes.
But we are now ready to begin with the damson gin and the damson jam. So we probably won't go through each process step by step, but we will link the recipes in the description box so you can look in your own time. But let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, this is only 1 jar. So this is supposed to have 2 kilograms of damsons, 1 kilogram of sugar, and then 2 litres of gin. So this is only this amount of gin so far, and we have a whole bottle left to somehow squeeze in there. And we haven't used all the sugar as well. So what we may have to do is pour all of this into probably this, what you have here.
And what is that?
So this is our jam making pot. So we're going to pour everything into there along with the remainder of the gin and the sugar, and then we'll just have to split it between these 2 jars. We did initially get a jar each for these 2 gins and then the jar for the other 2 gins, but that's not going to work. So we're going to have to improvise a little bit. But this is what we're here to do. Everything's a bit trial and error, and we've never done this before. So hopefully we can fix it. And I have faith we'll be fine. So we solved our problem. This actually holds the same amount as these 2 jars here. And this will do overnight. It's airtight enough, but we will get 2 more jars and then transfer it over. But we have finished the gin. We do have to wait about 6 months for this to process. And then all we have left to do is we just have to shake them every day for the next week. So we will go ahead and shake this one. Make sure it's all airtight, yes. And then I think as long as the liquid is always covering the berries, then it's all good. It's all stuck to the bottom. And there we go. And now we're going to make some damson jam.
So that's the messy bit out the way, and as you can see, we got it absolutely everywhere. But inside this pan is now just the juice from the damsons. Unfortunately, you're only supposed to put the seeds inside the muslin cloth, but there's no way I was able to get the seeds out without getting everything else out as well. So next time, I think before we freeze the damsons, if we have to freeze them, we're going to de-pip all of them, because that'll be the easiest thing to do. Because unfortunately, if you just wait there, we've created some deer poo with the seeds and the skins there. And yeah, unfortunately there's going to be a lot of flavour in there. So next time we know what to do anyway, before that drips everywhere. So we're just going to roll ahead with the plan. The next step is to just add the sugar. We have 3 kilos of jam sugar, which has pectin in it already. But we're only going to add 2.5 because we've taken out a bit of weight over there with the seeds and stuff. So yeah, we are not boiling, which is perfect, which means just add the jam in, wait for it to dissolve. So this has come to the boil, and we've just tested it on a little plate, which I'll bring over to you now. And we had this plate in the freezer, and basically when we poke it, it should wrinkle a little bit and be slightly set. That's the alarm saying that it should be good to go. Now, this time we're slightly more prepared than we were last time. We do have a special jam funnel, but this is too big for our jars. But luckily we found another funnel which fits perfectly on top of the jars and clips on. So I'm going to be ladling it from in here into there, and hopefully not making as much mess as we made last time. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And here we go, moment of truth. So each jar holds 2 ladles exactly. Nearly.
So we have now finished, and we have managed to get ourselves 4 litres of gin and 17 jars of jam, which is pretty good going.
Yeah, we have to wait 6 months until we do the gin, or we can try the gin at least, minimum 6 months. We'll end up with 4 jars because this white one will be decanted into 2 more Kilner jars. So yeah, we might try them, maybe 6 months, 12 months, whatever it might be. We can open them at different times, and that's going in some cake. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's taken us a full month to finish this video, so yeah, been a bit of a process, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully next year we'll get even more damsons, even more damson jam, and hopefully even more damson gin. But until then, make sure you're subscribed, hit like if you've enjoyed it, and if you want to stay tuned, hit that little bell notification because it will let you know when we post a new video. We'll see you in the next one.